Hello friends, today we are going to see how can we create a stack bar chart for a given table which contains the project timeline. What is the very interesting part of this video is everyone has explained, I have checked on multiple sources, various videos, various study materials, nobody has talked about the project containing multiple tasks, but I am going to tell you the project timeline where each project has multiple tasks, okay, and each task has starting date and end date. Okay, so how to plot a stack bar chart for this? It is very interesting and quite complex also, but you need to follow with me step by step. Okay, I'm gonna take everything in detail. So here are the multiple projects. As you can see, project 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to 9. Okay, and in each project, let's say if I'm talking about project 1, I have multiple tasks. Task 1, task 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so each project has multiple tasks in a single row. Okay, what are these dates given? These dates are basically the start dates of project. Okay, so here it is 1 May 2020. Okay, it is basically in month, date and year format, MDY. Okay, so 1 May 2020, the task 1 was started of project 1. Okay, so where is the end date? I am considering the end date is the start date of next task. If task 2 is starting, that means on the same day the task 1 was completed, then only task 2 was started. Okay, so if I ask you to find the duration bit of task 1 or the days for which the task 1 was performed, you can find the difference between these two dates. Correct. Now, what are these empty cells here? These empty cell means, like if I talk about the project 3 and task 1, empty cell means no dates has been assigned to this task. Okay, similar for other empty cell. So I have applied basically two formulas to calculate the or to construct the following table, this bottom one, and where you need to especially take care of these empty cells. Correct. Now the first thing is you need to construct this table, and from this table only I am going to, or we are going to, make a stack bar chart. Why this table has been created, I will tell you in a while. Okay, first thing is, if I am making a graph, okay, let's say I have a prepared graph which we are going to prepare again in few minutes, but I am telling you, let's say this is project 1. Okay, from where it should start, there should be some starting point or the starting date. Okay, so you need to see all the tasks and then analyze which is my starting date, and from there all the tasks will continue. Let's say just analyze this one. Okay, this orange part is, let's say, task 1, then some gray part is task 2, then task 3, then task 4. So this length of the bar actually represent the duration for which the task was performed. But why I have not taken from origin? Generally we create bar chart, we take from origin and we create the bar till that value, then on top of that another bar. No. If you do like that, the Excel will automatically take the first value or the minimum value as 1900. Okay, which is the first value which Excel consider as a origin, and it will tell you that, or it will mark that the first start date is from 1900 year. That I don't want. I want my bar to be started from my exact start date. For that I have to use some customization formula. So I am first finding the start date of each project. So what is the start date? The minimum of dates of all the tasks. Okay, out of all these tasks under single project, let's say project 1, I have to find the minimum that will represent my very first start date. Okay, but the problem is here, like if I talk about project 3 again, all cells are empty. Okay, if I will find minimum, it will come out to be 0. So I need to handle this case. So if go to here, where I have created start date column for each project respectively, I have applied the formula. Find the minimum of whole this row. Okay, if minimum comes out to be 0, that will come in the case of project number 3, then write not applicable, means there is no start date, not applicable. As you can see here, I have written. Okay, else just put the minimum value, which is the normal minimum of this whole row. Okay, so there are two cases. If it is coming out to be 0, then just put not applicable or NA, else just find the minimum. Okay, so in this way you can find the start date of each corresponding row of each project respectively. Fine. Next, this is basically the starting point of your graph for each project. Next, let's say for the project 1, your graph or the bar was starting at 1 May 2020. Now that bar will continue up to how much length? For that you need to find the duration for which the task 1 was performed. So for that, this is start date of task 1 and this is the end date of task 1. I told you the end date of the task 1 will be equivalent to the starting date of task 2. Okay, so you need to find the difference between these two tasks. But there are some places where, let's say here, the task 3 is starting, but the next task is not starting. So I can consider this task has not ended because I have not mentioned specifically the end date. Okay, and the next task has not started, so for this task the end date is not here. So what should I do? So here also I need to take some special cases in my formula. So let's say I have find the duration here of task 1. So what I have written, if is blank B2, means if the start date is blank, this one is B2. Okay, if this is blank, means task 1 has not been started yet, there is no dates assigned as a start date for that particular task, then take that value as 0. Duration, if a start date is 0, that means the duration will be 0. Else, if is blanks of C2, means if I am talking about this cell, then C2 is this cell. Okay, if is blank C2 means start date was this, correct, but the next date, that is end date, is not there, the cell is empty. That means the task is still being continued. Okay, then I will check the start date was less than the today date. Okay, or I can say today was greater than that start date. If yes, then I will find the difference between today and that date, and I will say, let's say the today my task has been completed, today is the end date, and calculate the duration of that task. Okay, and there can be one more case, the start date was there, like here, end date is not there, next task I don't know about next task, task there is no start or end date of next task, but this date is greater than my today date, so even the task has not been started yet. So how I will take the difference between today date and the start date? So in this case, just take, if I go again here, in this case you just need to take the value 0. Okay, because the task has not been started yet. So in this way you will find the duration of all the tasks and this table will be prepared. Why I have found the duration? Because in this way you have found the start date, and on the top of start date, first you will make the bar of 92 days, then you will make bar of again 92 days, then 30 days, then 62 days and 28 days, and so on. Okay, so in this way the project 1 will be plotted totally on the graph on a single bar which is stacked. Fine. Okay, now how to plot this? It is very simple, but you need to be careful because it's quite complex too. Okay, so I am creating a new sheet. Okay, just go to insert, here, just select the stacked bar, chart area has been created, right click and select data, click on add button. Now we need to add many series. What is series? I will tell you. Just go to main chart. The first series will be started. So basically series are unique entries to be marked on the graph. So first one is started, and what are the series value? Just select this whole column, click on OK, just click on OK. Yeah, so the start date has been plotted for each of the project, but it is showing 1 2 3 4 automatically. It is not showing project 1, project 2, project 3. So for that I need to change the label of this graph. Just right click, again select data. So for the start date I need to edit the label, so click on edit button. So it is asking for label. Again go to main chart and select these labels and click on OK, again OK. Now you can see the project 1 to 9 has been displayed. Fine. Now I need to add more data after the start date. So this is the point of a start date for project 9. This is project 8. Okay. While the blue bar is coming from origin to this start date, I will tell you, and I will remove this after the top bars are created. Again click, select data, add new series, just go to main chart. The next series is task 1. Okay, the value of that series is, these all values will be there. Click on OK, click on OK. So now you can notice that some orange bar has been generated on the top of blue bar. Okay, so if I talk about project 1, the duration was 92 days. So this is the start date of project 1, and above that some 92 days has been plotted using some orange bar. Now the next bar that is of task 2 duration will come here, then next, and in this way stacked bar chart will be formed finally. So I'm right clicking, I am again doing select data, add new series. Same thing for task 3. Okay, the series value, sorry, I need to do for task 2. What happened? Just cancelling it. Add, asking for series, just click on duration task 2 and series values, these are the values, click on OK, OK, boom, the gray bar has been generated. Okay, now project 3 is coming totally empty because there were no dates for any of the tasks. Okay, right click, again select data, add new series, go to main chart. Now it's the turn of task 3. The values are here. Click on OK, click on OK. Now you can see yellow bar has been stacked on gray bar. Again click on select data, click on add, again select the series, duration task 4, select the data, click on OK, click on OK. You can see sky blue or some light blue color bar has been created over the yellow bar. Fine. Now for the remaining ones you can do similarly for task 5 and 6. 2 more bar will generate over these present bar. Okay, now the problem here you can see is years are coming from 1900, that is being considered as origin. Okay, I know that my start date is currently here, but why it is starting from origin? So first change this horizontal bar, click on this, right click, format axis. Okay, so minimum value, I am taking is, so if I go to project chart, I can see for each of my for each of my project, the very starting date for all of the projects, if I take, it is around 2016, so I can take 1 January 2016, or better to take more years back, so I will take 1 January 2013 as the very starting date, that is the origin, and the last date is 2021, so I will take 2025. Okay, go back to graph, we were here, so minimum I am writing it as 1 January 2013. Okay, and so it has automatically converted it into internal value. You don't need to care about it, you just write the date. Maximum date I am taking it as 1 December 2023. Fine. Now you can see horizontal bar has been changed according to our customization. Now one more thing, I'm just replacing these dates with year. These are not looking good. Okay, so just go to number. Here the category should be custom. Okay, I am taking the type as YYYY, that is year. Okay, and that's it. Now you can see these are the years on the horizontal axis. Now the next task is to remove these blue bars. Just click anywhere, right click. Okay, you need to do right click, then go to this fill option and make no fill. Okay, and click outside. So this was not our area of interest, because the very first starting date, let's say for project 1, was from here around 2019 to 2021, in between. Okay, yeah, it is around 5 January 2020, so it is around something or approximately here. But the blue area or the blue bar which was coming from our origin to the start date or the very first start date was of no use, so I removed it. Okay, so this is the final stack bar chart. You can also add legend to it, that which bar is representing what. Okay, I think there's option for legend in the insert option, you can find somewhere, or by right clicking. But this was the main part of the graph. Okay, if any doubt is there, you can comment. So friends, if you like my work, please like my video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and if you want I should provide the Java code, or I should make a video on how to create this full graph using Java, then please give your comments. That's it.